Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially 2020 when you're watching this, but this is the very last intro for us of the decade, and it's time to get some breakfast, and we picked Cracker Barrel. Why? Because biscuits and gravy and stuff. But today's video is going to be kind of sappy and fun and cute and run down, and I'll tell you everything about it after breakfast, but it's noon and I'm starving, so we're going to go get breakfast and we'll be back.
Like where you at. I like everything about you. Everything about you.
Welcome to 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Not officially for us, but officially for you guys. And before I go and get all sappy and mushy, I want to hatch these eggs real quick because, well, Pokemon. Come on, let's get a last shiny of the decade. That would be perfect. Shiny, 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 shiny. Totally. Sparkle! No, happening. Okay. Munchlax. Alright. Oh, why not? Okay. This is going to be the shiny. Last shiny of the decade right now. Okay, elegant. That couldn't be it because this is going to be it. This right here. This one. Right there. Come on. Do it. Bonsley. Nope, but I definitely need another shiny of that. 693, come on. Was that it? That was it. Yeah, that was it. Okay, I'll get more eggs in a minute. So, the point of today's video is to do a small recap of where I was in 2019 when this channel started and where I'd like to be in 2020. So, way back before Go Fest, I finally decided one day I was going to go out and start my channel. I got a haircut, a $30 mini tripod for my iPhone XR, and made sure my screen recording for my old iPhone 7 Plus worked. I went out and made my first video. It was cringe-worthy at best. I was nervous as hell. I hated being in front of the camera, and now you just can't stop me. I'd have to say my biggest goal for 2020 would be to see at least 2 new countries and to get my Twitter following to probably 1,000 followers and my channel up to 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. And we ended 2019 with 1,300. I never thought I'd see 13 subscribers, much less 1,300. And I couldn't have done it without her.
Hi.
And, you know, everybody always talks about their support out there. Obviously, I couldn't have done it without all of you out there watching, but without the support of someone who cares for you, this just isn't gonna work. And she's taken care of so much for me over the time of me having to be away, taking 14-day vacations for these trips. She has a day-to-day job. Like, she punches a time clock. She had to work her schedule around making that happen for me so she could go with me, because I can go around town and play this game by myself. There's no way in hell I would have survived 2 weeks in Japan without her. So the fact that she was able to do that with me was absolutely amazing. But Rev posted something on Instagram I want to show all you guys. She showed this to me before I saw it, and I took a screenshot of it, and I'm going to show you guys right now. It says, I genuinely didn't expect the end of 2019 to be one of the highlights of the decade. I feel like I'm just getting started. I can't wait what's in store. The community I've build on Twitter and both platforms and Twitch. I can genuinely say it's never too late. Start pursuing a goal, a dream, as long as you are committed and passionate about your goals. Hope you all have a fantastic decade up ahead, and I wish you all a lot of courage and focus with your goals up ahead. Happy New Year. He couldn't have said it any better, and I couldn't have said it any better myself if I would have tried, because the fact of the matter is he is 1000% right. I sat around, I wanted to start a YouTube channel since 2 weeks into Pokemon Go, and she's watched me struggle with that since day one, because I have horrible social anxieties. I have zero social cues, and I'm still working on that even at 27 years old. But I followed that dream whether I was terrified or not, and I went from 0 subscribers, no channel, and I had never left the country before, to seeing Europe, Canada twice, Asia, parts of the United States I never thought I would be in outside of Florida. I went from filming on an iPhone XR to a camera that some people only dream of being able to buy, and seeing places around the world that I never thought would be more than a dream to me. Japan was #1 on my bucket list, period. Was the #1 place I never thought I would be able to see. And I got to go there for 9 days, thanks to you, thanks to her, and everybody else that supports me. And I will be forever grateful of that. I'm actually getting choked up right now. I gotta stop that. But never give up on your dreams and never give up on your goals, because she saw me struggling yesterday because of a situation we're in right now that life doesn't always go the way you want it to, and we were supposed to be having a move in February. Well, now everybody that's been following along, I'll go ahead and let you know now, that move in February most likely isn't going to happen, and it's not due to a financial situation. So please don't worry about us when it comes to money. There's a part of her job that required a contract, and us being a little overexcited and overzealous when she got that job, we misread the contract, and she's actually going to be there for an additional 5 months. So that doesn't mean our move isn't coming, it's just being postponed because I don't want her burning a bridge that she's not, 100% necessary to. It's not affecting our lives or our living situation. It's just going to be a little bumpy, and there's going to be some changes coming because of that. But I also think it's going to help the channel grow. It's going to help us grow, and you guys are going to grow right along with us. But with that situation occurring yesterday, I did have a bit of a situation where I was like, I felt like it was my fault because I don't punch a time clock anymore. But because I don't, people think that means I don't make money, and that's very not true. I make money from this. I do side jobs, and as you guys know, for those of you that are new here that don't know, I'm also a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Florida, so I do make money. It just doesn't come in all at once, and because I've worked from the time I was 15 up until now punching a time clock, I feel so indifferent about it that I don't have a weekly paycheck coming in sometimes that it drives me nuts. But then I remember, I sell one house and I can make what most people on minimum wage do in a year. So it's a fight. It's a constant fight of state of mind, and she helps me with that more than anything. And she told me when I was having issues yesterday, I sent her a message and I told her with expletives deleted that I felt that this was my fault that these things were happening because of that. And her words to me were, I'd rather watch you follow a dream than punch a time clock and be miserable. And that is the most real statement of the year. And if you are out there punching a time clock and you are miserable, don't think you're stuck there, because you're not. You can make that change. I literally quit my job in one day and turned my entire life around. Now, we did have savings and she did have a stable job, but that doesn't change the fact that I about had an aneurysm calling my boss and going, hey, at 5 o'clock today, I'm dropping my keys to the restaurant in the safe and you're never going to see me again. But I followed through with it. And in that now 17 months, I have gotten my real estate license. I've seen 3 different countries. I have traveled the United States. I have grown so many new friends and people that are now essentially family to me thanks to all of this. So if I were to say anything for a goal for 2020 for me would be agreeing with her is we would like to be 100% debt free. And no, nobody's ever 100% debt free, because even rich people take loans to pay for stuff that they don't want to pay for out of pocket. What I mean by that is I don't want anything clouding over us when we proceed through the rest of the year. And my other goal would be to meet more of you, to travel to other states and not just other countries, but we have friends, Pet Shop, hey girl, we're gonna come see you guys in Portland. Susie, we're gonna come see you guys in Seattle. There are so many of you out there. Brian, we gotta come visit you in your podunk town. Just kidding. But we
live in Omaha.
yeah, he does. But we'd like to come visit all of you guys. You know, there's so much out there that everybody's afraid to see. And as you guys see the B-roll from today's film, you know, this is where my wife is from. This is downtown Plant City. And when people think Plant City, they think the middle of nowhere. Well, it is. But here's the thing. It's quiet. It's peaceful. There's so many things around here that you don't see out in the city. There's antique shops. We just went into a comic book store. I haven't seen a comic book store in 15 years. But it was new, and it's new, but they've got all the antique stuff in there. It's a great place to be, and I want to see more places like that around the world. And I couldn't have done it without her, without all of you, and helping me get out of my shell. If you are ever afraid that you can't do something, don't use that fear to hold you back. Use that fear to push you, because I was terrified and I waited 2.5 years, and I wonder every day what would be now if I hadn't have waited that time. But instead of continuing living life with what could have been, live with what will be. Just do it. Look at the Shia LaBeouf meme. Just do it, okay? It's literally worth every second of it. And yeah, you may struggle. You may have times that you're terrified of what's going to come next, but do it. It can be done. Look at JT Valor. He lives just a couple of hours away from me. I know him personally. He is a great guy. He works retail at Target. So don't tell me you can't do it, because I saw him in Montreal. We saw him at GoFest in Chicago with us. We saw him in Japan with us. We all are normal people, just like you guys. We just have a different dream in life, and we live it, and we've made it happen, and you can make it happen too. But I'm going to go ahead and use that to close out the year, because I'm getting choked up over here and I'm not letting y'all see me cry. But just know it's coming as soon as the credits roll. But that's my end of the year. And I do have a big recap coming. This is going to be like a 15-minute video. I'm going to do an entire recap of my 2019 year, starting with my first video to GoFest, to the Safari Zone, our wedding. I mean, you guys have been there for it all, and I want to do a recap of my favorite moments of the year, and I cannot wait to see what 2020 brings for all of us. So let me know down in the comments, what are your goals for 2020? What was your favorite part of 2019? And it doesn't have to be from my channel. I want to know from your life, what was your absolute favorite part of 2019? What do you hope to change in 2020? And remember, you never have to wait to change something. Start right now. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me. I love all of you. I thank all of you for following along and helping me get here, and I will see you guys in the new year.